welcome to Bedtime Stories. Tonight I'm going to be reading to you I Want My Mummy by Tracy Corduroy and Alison Edgson.
Arthur was playing dragons when his mummy came in. "Look, I'm flying," Arthur giggled. "Oh," smiled Mummy, "what a busy little dragon. Are you ready to go to Granny's house? She's looking after you today, remember?" "Oh," roared Arthur grumpily, "but I want to stay with you." He'd never been apart from Mummy for the whole day before. "You can show Granny your dragon suit," said Mummy. "You'll be just like her toy dragon, Huffety." "Huffety?" Arthur cried. "I can play dragons with Huffety. Let's go." And off they went. When they got to Granny's house, Granny gave Arthur a big squashy hug. "What a splendid little dragon you are," she said. "Just like Huffety," Arthur cried, and he skipped inside to find him. But all too soon it was time for Mummy to go. Arthur held up his little nose for a special Mummy cuddle. "Rubby noses," whispered Mummy. "Rubby noses," sniffed Arthur. Then he waved and waved and waved until Mummy was gone. "Shall we do some painting?" Granny asked, but Arthur just wanted Mummy. "Oh," he grumbled, "dragons don't paint." "Or we could make a dragon music," smiled Granny, banging a drum. "Oh," said Arthur, edging closer. Dragons did like drums, but then, ding dong, went the doorbell. "Mummy's back," Arthur cried. But it wasn't his mummy. "Oh," grumbled Arthur, "dragons don't want letters." "It's all right," Granny said softly. "Mummy will be back later." Arthur gave a little dragon sniff. "Look, Arthur," said Granny, "I've got some treasure, but I need a big brave dragon to guard it." "Me!" cried Arthur. "I'm big and brave." He would hide it in a cave, so he hurried into the garden to find one. When Arthur had found a fine dragon cave, he sat in it, guarding his treasure. He giggled. "No one would find it in here." Then suddenly he heard another ding dong. "Mummy!" cried Arthur, racing outside. But it was just Granny's friend returning an umbrella that she had borrowed. "Ugh," grumbled Arthur. "Dragons don't want umbrellas." "Oh dear," Granny sighed. "Why don't we have some lunch?" And they sat at the table. "Mummy will be back very soon," said Granny, pointing to the clock, "when the big hand gets onto the number 12 and the little hand gets onto the 4. But now I need a costume too. Let me see." Granny threw a tea towel around her shoulders. "Look, I'm a knight," she cried. "This is my cloak and this is my sword." "Wow!" Arthur gasped. "Now I'm going to find some treasure." Granny Knight smiled. "Rah!" giggled Arthur Dragon. "You won't get mine." He raced off into his deep, dark cave to guard his shiny treasure. "Granny Knight's coming to catch you," Granny chuckled. "Hee!" squealed Arthur as she tickled his tummy, and they played knights and dragons all afternoon until ding dong. "More visitors? They'd better not want our treasure," laughed Arthur and Granny, charging off to the door. "Roar! I'm a fierce dragon and you can't come in," giggled Arthur. But suddenly he saw who it was. "Mummy!" cried Arthur, and Mummy gave Arthur the biggest hug ever. "Have you had fun?" she asked him. "Lots and lots," said Arthur. "Dragons love playing with their granny so much. But no one gives cuddles like Mummy."
If you enjoyed the story, night.